It has honestly been a minute between chatty sit down videos. I feel like the last few videos that I've posted on YouTube have definitely been more vlog lifestyle related, and there has been like a little bit of a lack of fashion content. So I kind of wanted to just like circle back on that, sit down. I've made myself a little hot chocolate. Highly recommend that you make yourself a equally delicious drink depending on what time of the day it is. Maybe you need to make yourself a little spicy margarita, but look, I'm not judging. Matcha, margarita, whatever feels right. Either way, make yourself a drink, get comfortable, and we're pretty much just gonna yap for probably the next, I don't know, 20-30 minutes about handbags. I'm gonna just have a chat about 20 handbags that I have worn the most over the last 18 to 24 months, maybe even like a little bit longer. Pretty much just like the bags that I'm constantly reaching for. I don't actually share much about my bag collection, but it is excessive to say the least. I have a lot of bags. I'm definitely like a bag girl. You know how there's like shoe girls and bag girls? I'm really a bag girl. I always have been. I just love handbags and I genuinely cannot get enough. And every time I think I've sort of reached a limit where I'm like, you know what, I think I'm good for handbags for a while now, I then end up just finding another one that I feel like I have to add to my wardrobe. This has honestly been a problem in my life since I was about 10 years old. So I really don't see this habit breaking anytime soon. But I did think that given I have so many handbags, it would be kind of fun just to discuss why these are the specific ones that I actually seem to gravitate towards a little bit more than some of the others. I wouldn't even say that these are necessarily my favorite bags that I have in my wardrobe. I mean, I think a few of them in this collection definitely are my favorite, but not all of them. It's just more so these are the ones that I typically find myself wearing the most and just circling back to each season. Anyways, there has already been a lot of yapping and we've not even gotten into the first bag, so let's get into it. Starting strong with the La Mer croissant bag. I have had this bag in my wardrobe probably for about 5 or 6 years now, and yes, it is definitely one of my favorites that I have in my collection. But I think the reason that I gravitate towards re-wearing this bag so much is because it is actually such a minimal and classic shape. I love how thick the strap is, and when you're wearing it crossbody, it's just like very flattering on the body. The actual bag sits at a really good spot on the hip as well, and surprisingly this bag actually holds quite a lot, which I think you probably wouldn't expect. It doesn't look like it's a huge bag. On a day-to-day basis, I'm not traveling around with that much, but I do always have my wallet, my phone, my EpiPen, 25 lip glosses and my camera with me, and all of that fits into this bag, which is what makes it the perfect everyday go-to bag. I think when I purchased this bag, it was about 1,300 Australian dollars, and from the last time I checked, I do think this bag has gone up quite significantly in that time. So I would also refer to this as a fantastic investment because it has gone up in value, which we love. If you have followed me for a long time, you would have seen me wear it so many times over the last 5 or 6 years. So I definitely think that it is no surprise that I am starting strong with the La Mer croissant bag. I wasn't really sure the order in which I was going to film discussing these bags, but I've just decided that I'm going to do black bags first and then brown, tan, and then kind of just do the color bags at the end. So the second black bag that is worn very frequently in my wardrobe is this very cute little pouch from St. Agni. I've worn this bag to quite a few weddings and really big events because I think it is just so minimal. It doesn't really say a lot, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not doing that much. It's made of this beautiful suede material. It actually fits surprisingly quite a bit, which again is perfect for events and evening events when I'm trying to bring like 10 different things with me. It's definitely very The Row inspired, so it's kind of got that very like minimal design where there's not actually like a lot happening, but that's kind of part of the beauty of the bag. I actually got this bag when I attended their fashion show at Sydney Fashion Week 2 years ago. So everyone that attended the show, I think, would have gotten this bag, or maybe like the first couple of rows would have gotten this bag. So it wasn't even a bag that I purchased myself, but I've ended up loving it and wearing it so much. And there is a reason that they're definitely continuing to bring this bag out in different colorways and fabrics in their store because it's a good piece. Sticking with another St. Agni bag. This one is a much newer addition to my wardrobe. I probably only got this bag a couple of months ago, but I've worn it so much since I got it. I wore it almost every single day of my Byron Bay trip a couple of weeks ago. And I actually think that this woven pattern is probably more suited to spring summer. So I am anticipating that I'm going to wear it even more over the next few months than what I already have, but I really love it. It's a great piece. It has a magnet close, which is really good, but potentially not as good for travel, just because when I am traveling, I like to be able to zip my bags up just for like security reasons. But just for everyday walking around Melbourne or whatever city you live in, I think this is a really good everyday bag. The mix between leather and suede is really chic, and it also just like adds a little bit of a point of difference. Like there's not enough going on that it's distracting from your outfit, but there is like a little bit going on compared to the last one. The fact that there is no visible metals as well, I find very appealing. So much as I do love to mix my metals, sometimes too much metal on a bag is just a little bit jarring, and it kind of takes away from the jewelry that I'm wearing. So having a bag that has absolutely no metal on it whatsoever is also just really good to have in your wardrobe. I would say that it is no surprise that I'm adding this incredible Dior bag to my most worn bags. I can't even believe that I'm saying this sometimes, but I received this bag as a gift from Dior when I did a collaboration with them in the beginning of June of this year, and I can't actually explain how much I have worn this bag. It has been everywhere with me. When I first received it, I immediately loved it, but did not anticipate that it would end up being such a key part of my wardrobe over the last few months. I took this bag with me to New York. It has gone with me to Sydney multiple times. I think what I love so much about it is that firstly, it's just incredibly comfortable to wear. Just the way that it actually like sits on the body is very logistically comfortable, if you know what I mean. Like it just hangs perfectly. The actual bag itself is pretty light, so you can really fill it up before it actually starts to get kind of heavy. Especially when I have a bag of this size, I'm definitely going to be filling it up with a lot of things, and it really does take a while to get to the point where I'm like, okay, now this is uncomfortable. So that's definitely been something that I've loved about it. The gold hardware kind of just makes sense because typically I do wear gold jewelry. The watch that I wear most days is gold, and especially when a bag has this much hardware to it, having it be in gold, I think it just makes sense for me. And the last all black bag that I have worn a lot over the last couple of years, and I know will just continue to wear as time goes on, is this incredible Bottega bag. The minute I added this bag to my collection, I knew it was going to absolutely be a forever piece. The shape, the structure of this bag, it's just so classic. It's so timeless. I do not at all feel like this is a piece that I would ever get sick of. The only problem that I have with this bag is that besides the little ribbon at the top, there is actually no way of really closing it, but given it is such an expensive piece, it's not something that I would be wearing every single day anyway. So typically I am wearing it at locations whereby I feel like I'm safe and not going to get pickpocketed or whatever the expression is. But yeah, this is definitely a bag that I've worn a lot over the last couple of years, and I intend to continue wearing for many years to come. Slightly moving away from the all black bags and into a two-toned bag. This is a black and cream Saint Laurent bag. I absolutely love this bag. It is just so elegant. I think the actual shape of the bag itself makes it so timeless. As you can see, it doesn't actually fit a lot, so it's probably not something that I'm wearing every single day for fancy events and weddings and that kind of thing. It's definitely a bag that I gravitate towards frequently, especially when I'm going to a black tie event or I'm wearing a all black dress. I love having the pop of cream in the bag just to sort of break up an all black outfit. So this is a very good piece. Next, we're moving on to brown and tan bags. Coming in with the first brown bag in the brown bag portion of this video is this beautiful bag from AS. I absolutely love the thin strap. It just feels very chic. I would describe this bag as incredibly wearable. It fits so much, and the leather is so soft as well. I really love that it has absolutely no branding on it whatsoever, so you don't even really know what brand it is. It just feels like a really classic piece. It feels like the kind of piece that you would find in your mom's wardrobe, and she would say, oh my god, I wore that bag for like 20 or 30 years. You're so welcome to wear it now, and you just put it in your wardrobe and then you go ahead and wear it for 20 or 30 years. Like that's what this piece feels like to me, and I just really love it, and I'm positive that I will have it in my wardrobe for 20 or 30 years because it's just so classic. When I got this beautiful Prada bag about a year ago, I did find that it ever so slightly replaced me wearing the AS bag as much, but they are still quite a different shade. So this is quite tan, whereas the AS bag is much more brown. So I do still feel like there's definitely a purpose for both of them in my wardrobe, but I did definitely sub this one in as sort of like a replacement, not even a replacement, just interchangeable with the AS one. This Prada bag, honestly, there are no words. I just absolutely love it. This is probably my favorite Prada bag that I have in my collection, and I do have quite a few Prada bags in my collection, but this one is, yeah, this one's 100% my favorite. The slouchy shape just feels like vintage and worn in and lived in, but obviously it still looks completely brand new because I've only had it for a year, so it is still in absolutely perfect condition. I wore this bag so much last summer because it looks so good with browns and whites and creams, and they're like kind of my go-to shades during summer, so I have no doubt that I'm going to wear it equally as much this summer coming. But it is just honestly such a beautiful piece and a timeless piece, and I have no doubt that I will have this in my wardrobe. Next up, we have this very slouchy brown bag. I've just realized that the last 3 brown bags that I've showed you are all like this slouchy, pebbly leather. So this is definitely like a theme. I really love this style of bag. This is probably like my go-to everyday style of bag. This one is from APC. It's just super classic. Honestly, there's not even really that much to say about this bag. It's just one of those pieces whereby it is super easy to pull for, and it has no hardware, which honestly has probably been like a bit of a design preference for me over the last, say, year or so, where I feel like I am definitely gravitating towards bags that are a bit less showy. There's a little bit less logos or branding, and they do just feel much more pared back. This is a great piece for that. The only visible branding is the very small APC logo right at the front, but otherwise there is no branding, there is no hardware, and it's just like a very easy, chill, everyday bag. This is the bag that I'm currently wearing at the moment. So if I were to leave my house right now, this is what I am taking because it still has everything in my bag that I wore yesterday. It's got my lip glosses, my EpiPen, my wallet, and everything else. But this bag is from a brand called Verified. I really, really love just the shape of this bag. I think it's very, very chic. It's very elegant. It has no major visible branding. It does have the brand name just ever so slightly written in gold here, but otherwise it's not really obvious what brand this bag is. The bag kind of has like a vintage feel to it, which I really like. And I did see some people online saying that the hardware kind of made it feel a little bit cheap, but I don't know, in person and having used this bag now quite a few times, I don't really feel that way. I really like the gold hardware. I think it adds to like a vintage look. And yeah, I just think the shape and size and everything is just very cute. I still have a lot of bags in my wardrobe that have much bigger logos than the bags I've showed you so far and have a lot more branding on them and everything, but I guess I just haven't been wearing those bags as much over the last year or two, which is why I haven't really included them at this point yet. But this bag from Gucci, which I got at the beginning of the year, I have actually worn a lot. And I think the reason is because it kind of feels like a bit of a throwback. It sort of feels like a vintage piece, even though it's not, it's brand new. It's honestly just really cute and goes pretty well with like a lot of my everyday outfits. I think especially because a lot of my outfits are so simple and minimal, having a little bit of a logo or a branding like this, it actually kind of works. I love the brown leather and of course the gold hardware. Continuing with brown bags, this woven bag is from La Tribe and it's definitely a go-to during spring, summer. I probably don't really wear it that much during winter and autumn in Australia, but I have worn it so much the last 2 summers and I have no doubt that I'm gonna wear it a lot again this summer. It's honestly a really good size. I love the shape, I love the color. It has this pouch inside of it as well, which as you can see is not actually attached. So if you want to remove it entirely, you can, but I typically just keep it inside the bag. And the pouch also has a drawstring, so if you want to completely close up the bag inside, you can do that as well. Honestly, just a very easy to wear bag and a very good addition to my wardrobe. When I'm needing a little brown bag that is a little bit more elegant and dressy, this is always my go-to. It is this beautiful Celine bag. Honestly can't even remember how long I've had this bag, but it feels like a few years now, but it's just a very classic piece. I love the very thin strap, the minimal hardware, and just the one logo just feels very elegant, very easy to wear, and goes with a lot of my outfits. Final brown bag that again is actually sort of a new piece. I probably only added this bag to my collection about 2 or 3 months ago now. It is from the brand Nageti. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure. But it is honestly just very comfortable, very easy to wear. Again, Love that there's no hardware, love that there's no branding. It's just super easy to throw on. It fits my laptop, which I think is also a reason why I have gravitated towards it so much, especially with my job. It is just so good having bags like this that do fit so much, as I'm constantly running around town with my laptop and 3 different cameras and a tripod and just like 10 different things that I probably don't even need to have with me at every given point, but I just do. So bags like this are perfect for that. I wore this bag so much over the last 2 spring-summer seasons, and I'm definitely going to wear it a lot again as we come into summer. Absolutely love this bag. It's just the perfect shape. It's this beautiful basket bag from Loewe. Some random things in there from last summer, but it doesn't have a very secure close or anything. But I think just with the shape and the size that it is, I pretty much always wear it on my shoulder, which just makes it feel a little bit more secure. It is a very cute beach to bar kind of bag. Me and this bag are both craving a European holiday, and we're both just really looking forward to summering in the next couple of months. Turning through these last few bags a bit faster because I feel like this video is going to go forever otherwise, and my camera keeps dying on me. But this next one is from Jamaica, and I just love this bag. If you have followed me for a while, you would have definitely seen me wear this bag quite a few times. As you guys can probably tell from this video, I definitely have my favorite shapes of bags, and this one is kind of similar to the Le Mer croissant bag. It has this beautiful like half moon sort of shape to it. It's bigger than the Le Mer bag, so it fits a lot more in it, and it has like quite a nice padding to it as well, which I quite like. It's just sort of like gives it the softness and like wearability. There are quite a few different ways that you can tie the 2 straps, but I've just usually got it tied like this, but I have seen people tie it so many different ways and do all sorts of different things with it. You can be a little bit creative with the way that you want to style this bag, but typically just wearing it as like a crossbody bag like this has sort of been the way that I've enjoyed it the most. Final half moon shape bag is literally the Prada half moon bag. I do have a couple of white bags in my collection. I also have the white Miu Miu Wonder bag, which I kind of go between this one and that one if I want to wear a white bag, but I do think over the last couple of years, this is the one that I've gravitated towards the most. To be honest, the main reason is because it just fits a little bit more than the Miu Miu Wonder, and I just find the shape a little bit easier to wear. And also you can wear this bag as like a little shoulder bag like this, whereas the Miu Miu Wonder, you have to just hold it with the top handle. You can't fit it under your shoulder, so it just doesn't feel like as wearable. But honestly, I love them both. I really do love them both, and they will definitely both exist in my wardrobe for many years to come. But given this video is about the bags that I wear the most, I had to go with this one. Prada has had a huge shout in this video. I think you guys can tell I absolutely love Prada. I didn't actually realize how much I wore all my Prada bags until I was going through my bag collection and trying to work out which ones I wore the most. And I realized that a lot of the bags that I wear every single day are Prada because they just make really good bags. Next bag that we're going to talk about is this beautiful red bag from Prada. Honestly, this is kind of crazy that I'm adding this to my top 20 most worn bags because it's so out there for me. The shiny red finish, even the shape, everything, it's like pretty out there. Come like mid-November to honestly the end of December, but I don't know what it is. The last couple of years I've sort of kind of gotten low-key into Christmas. Like I'm getting a bit of a Christmas spirit as I'm getting older. I don't actually know why. I had like 10 years there where I almost dreaded Christmas for many different reasons. But the last couple of years, I don't know, my Christmas spirit is just like kicking right into gear. And the minute I'm feeling Christmassy, I'm just wanting to wear this bag because it's just so Christmassy. Like it's so red, it's so out there, it's so fun. And it just feels like the most Christmassy thing I can throw on while still maintaining somewhat of my personal style. I did also wear this bag around Valentine's Day this year, as that was my first Valentine's Day with my boyfriend, and I was in a really lovey, cute mood and I wanted to wear red and pink and all that sort of stuff, but I actually do not have much pink in my wardrobe. I don't even think I own a single pink bag, so this was the one that I was going for. While we're on the topic of this bag, I do also have this cute little Prada purse that, to be honest, I've probably only worn 1 or 2 times. It doesn't really fit much besides a lip gloss in there, and it's more just for like styling purposes, but I do just keep it in the little red bag when I'm storing it, as that way I know where the little one always is. This was a gift from Prada, I think 2 Christmases ago, as part of their Christmas gifting collection, and it is a beautiful bag and definitely one that I will keep in my wardrobe for many years to come. Beautiful bag from Saint Laurent has definitely been a piece that I've gotten a lot of use out of and very much intend to continue wearing for many years to come. Khaki army green shade is something a little bit different for me, and I think the fact that it's not a typical black bag makes me gravitate towards it a little bit more. I think if it was black, I would actually wear it less, as there's probably other black bags in my wardrobe that feel more natural to gravitate towards, or I probably prefer or go with more of my outfits. But because this isn't black, when I am wearing an all black outfit and I want to break it up with a different color or shade in my bag or my accessories, this is definitely one that I often go for. So I really love the fact that this isn't black. The leather is so soft, as I'm sure you can tell. It does fit quite a lot in it, which we love. It also comes with this cute little pouch which is attached, but you can detach it if you'd like to, and I find that's also really good if you want to just add like a few little things in your bag but you don't want everything to get lost in there, which can often happen with these big bags. So this is a great piece, absolutely love it, and look forward to continuing to wear it for many years to come. Final bag that I'm sharing with you guys today, and I probably say out of the 20 that I've shared with you, this is definitely the one that I have worn the least out of these 20, but it is still a bag that I gravitate towards every now and then. And I think given the color of this bag is very much on trend at the moment, it's sort of been something that I've been wearing a little bit more recently. Just it is kind of going with the color that I'm seeing sort of everywhere at the moment. So this is a beautiful butter yellow Celine bag. Definitely not one of my biggest bags, but it does fit all the essentials. It's good for like a night out with friends and that kind of thing. I love the little top handle. It makes it feel very chic and elegant, and you can also remove the long strap, although typically I prefer to wear it on the side, sort of like this, so the long strap comes in handy for that reason. Honestly, this is just a very beautiful piece. It's not for every day and it doesn't really go with my style every day either, but when I am wearing a more spring summery kind of outfit and I feel like having a little bit of pop of color with my bag, this is definitely my go-to for that. Anyways, that concludes the 20 bags that I've worn the most over the last year and a half to 2 years. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed filming it and making it for you. I will see you guys very soon in my next weekly vlog, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video as a little in between the vlogs. And yeah, if you guys want to see more of these sit down and chat about fashion videos, definitely let me know, because I have a huge wardrobe and there are just so many different topics that we could go through if we want to go there. Anyways, that is all, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye.